Hello and welcome to another weekly recap video. This week we're carrying on with the theme of algebra and we're looking at solving equations with brackets this week, solving equations with unknowns on two sides, and solving inequalities. Okay, so we need to ask ourselves again, what do we want at the end of this year? Where do we want to be? And how are we going to get there? Okay, so let's start. Okay, so we're going to be expanding a bracket with then solving it. So we've got 3 times 2x, which is going to give us 6x. And we've got 3 times minus 3, which is minus 9. And that is going to equal 9. So if you remember in our last equations video, we showed us the function machine. So remember, we start with x. The first thing we do with x is we times it by 6. That's what 6x means. Then we take away 9. And that gives us 9. Okay, then we put it in reverse. We start with 9, we do the reverse, which is to add 9, and then we do the reverse of the inverse, of times 6, which is divide 6. Okay, and that's going to give us what x is. So 9 add 9 is 18. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So here x is equal to 3. So our next one, we're going to expand the bracket. So 2 6's is going to be 12x. 6 times 3 is 18, and that's going to give us 42. Okay, again, using our function machine, we start with x, or the x arrow method as we can call it. We times by 12, and then we add 18, and that gives us 42. Okay, put it in reverse. We've got 42. We're going to take 18. And then we're going to divide by 12. Okay, so we've got 42, take away 18, which is 24. 24 divided by 12 is 2. So here we have x equal to 2. Next one, change the colour here. We've got 4 times 3, again, that's going to give us 12x. 4 times 2 is 8. And then that's going to be equal to 68. So using our function machine again, we've got x, and we're timesing by 12 again, and we're adding 8, and we're getting 68. Okay, let's reverse it. We've got 68. We're going to be taking 8. We're going to be dividing by 12, and that's going to give us x. So 68 take 8 is 60. So if you want to write that there to help you, 60, and then 60 divided by 12 is 5. So x is equal to 5. Okay, the last one, we've got a negative number here, so let's be careful. 5 times 4 is 20. So we've got 20x. 5 times minus 5 is minus 25. Okay, remember, because we have a positive number multiplied by a negative number gives us a negative. Okay, and that's going to be equal to negative 5. Okay, into our function machine. So x arrow times 20 minus 25 gives us minus 5. Okay, let's reverse. Minus 5 plus 25 divided by 20, and that's going to give us our x. So minus 5 plus 25 is 20. 20 divided by 20 is 1. So here in this final x is equal to 1. Okay, obviously watch that back, go through any parts of it that you didn't understand, and have a go at them yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the quick way of solving an equation with unknowns on both sides. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to see the difference between this number and this number. So the difference between minus 2 and 6. So I've got a number line down here. Minus 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the difference is 8. So I want to put 8 there. And then you find the difference between 5 and 9. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4x equals 8. And then you just divide these two. So 8 divided by 4. Let's write that here if you want to. So x is 2. Okay, how quick was that? So the next one, a little bit more tricky. We find the difference between minus 15 and 5. So minus 15 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 is the difference. And the difference between 8 and 3, we've got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5x is 20. So 20 divided by 5, x is going to be 4. Okay, last one. Between minus 3 and minus 9, we've got a difference of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the difference between 2 and 4 is 2. So 2x is 6. So x is going to be 3. You see, that's so much quicker than the original way that we've all been taught previously. So find the difference between the numbers and a difference between the letters, and then divide the numbers by the difference in the letters. Okay, we'll come back to these when we're looking at inequalities. So if you didn't get it quite this time, we'll go through it again, this method, when we're looking at the inequalities. Okay, so solving an inequality. Solving an inequality is exactly the same as solving a normal equation, an equation without an inequality, an equation. So an equation has an equal sign, that's where the equa comes from. An equation is an equal sign, and inequality has one of these symbols. You can treat it exactly the same way as you would treat an equation. So, as we did before, using our x arrow method, you'd write x, and you'd write times 4, because look here, we're timesing by 4. Then, we're adding 5, and that's going to take us to 37. Okay, and just do it in reverse. 37. We're going to take 5, and then we're going to divide by 4. Exactly the same. No difference here apart from the symbol we're going to put in at the end. So 37 take 5 is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So now we know x is, and all we do now is put this symbol in at the end, greater than or equal to 8. Even if you don't know what it's called, okay, even if you can't say it out loud, greater than or equal to, we would just say x and then that symbol and then 8. Okay, your next one, again, we've got x on its own, and then we're going to say times 7, because that's what that means. Next arrow, we've got minus 9. That gives us 54. Okay, turn it round. 54 plus 9 divided by 7. Okay, 54 plus 9 is 63. Again, if you want to write it there to help you, 63 divided by 7 is 9. So our final answer here is x is less than or equal to 9. And that's it. Okay, I'll try and squeeze this next one in. So we've got x. Oops. We've got x, and we're timesing by 4, because it's 4x. The next arrow is plus 12, and that gives us 32. Coming back the other way, we've got 32. We're going to subtract 12, then we're going to divide by 4, and that's going to give us x. 32 subtract 12 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So x is less than 5. Right, the last one, we've got x, and we're timesing by 10 first. That's where 10x comes from. We're adding 3, and that's going to give us negative 37. Okay, in reverse, we're going to do negative 37. We're going to subtract 3. Okay, but be careful on that, because what that means is that's going to become negative 40. Okay, so be careful with that. Then we're going to divide by 10. So negative 40 divided by 10 is negative 4. Okay, so our final answer here, x is greater than, got this greater than symbol there, negative 4. And that's it. So exactly the same as any other equation, just make sure you put the correct symbol in your answer. So don't get thrown by it, don't get put off because it looks quite daunting and complicated. Don't get thrown off, just remember exactly the same as any equation, but just put the symbol there at the end. Okay, and then 3 examples of using the inequality, but with the method we looked at just before. So we're going to start with the difference between negative 12 and 2. So from negative 12 to 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So 14. So 14. And then the difference between 6 and 4 is 2. So 2x is less than or equal to 14. So x, if we divide this side by both sides by 2, x is greater than or equal to 7. I might say less than or equal to that one. I meant greater than or equal to. Okay, this one, negative 15 and 9. So let's go between those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so 24. And the difference between 8 and 4 is 4. So 4x is less than 24. So x is going to be less than 6. Okay, divide both sides by 4. Whatever this number is here, that's what we divide by. Okay, last one here. We've got from minus 12 to minus 3. So minus 12, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the difference is 9. And from 7 to 6 is 1. So x is just less than or equal to 9. Okay. So that's the end of this video. I hope you found it valuable and useful, and hopefully you can use it for revision when you're looking at solving equations using algebra. Obviously, I think the 2 videos we've got here on solving equations are really, really useful and maybe help you see them in a slightly different way than you've been taught previously. And I hope you find that useful. Okay, there'll be some more videos next week. And remember, we've got to ask ourselves, what are you doing and how are we going to get there at the end of the year? And we've just got to keep working hard, got to be working at home, working hard in class, attending all your classes. And yeah, I'll see you next week.